Hello, in this video we are going to look at binary division. So in some of the previous videos we looked at some other forms of binary arithmetic, including binary addition, binary subtraction, and binary multiplication, as well as how to represent um, negative numbers in binary. Okay, so in this video we're going to look at how to do binary division. So how to divide one binary number by another binary number. And to do that we need to be fairly good at our subtraction, binary subtraction, and also regular division, okay, with just decimal numbers 0 to 9. So we need to be pretty good with our long division. Okay, so if you're a bit rusty on your subtraction or division or long division, then you need to have a bit of a practice of that. And don't worry, we'll go through a few problems with that first, just in case you do need to practice that. Otherwise, if you're pretty good with your subtraction and long division, then you can skip forward a little bit straight to the binary division part. Okay, so to get started, we'll just have a look at some simple subtraction problems, and then some division, long division problems, and then we'll get into the binary division. So to start with, I'll put two simple subtraction problems up here. So 746 take away 324. Okay, and also a bigger number, 8,253 take away 6,529. Okay, so first problem, we look at 6 take away 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2, 4 minus 2 is 2, and 7 minus 3 is 4. That's pretty easy. We get an answer of 422. Alright, then we come to this problem over here on the right hand side. We have 3 minus 9. Now we can't really do that. We can't do 3 minus 9. So what we need to do is we need to borrow 1 from this number here, the next number over to the left. So we're going to take a 1 from, we're not actually borrowing, we're kind of stealing. So we're taking a 1 from 5. So that 5 minus 1 becomes 4. And we put the 1 over here, so that becomes 13. So 13 minus 9 is 4. Alright, and then we have 4 minus 2 is 2. And we come over here and we have 2 minus 5. Again, we can't do that. So we need to take a 1 off the 8. So that becomes 7. And this becomes 12. So 12 minus 5, we have 7. And then 7 minus 6, we have 1. So the answer is 1,724. Alright, so that's some pretty simple division. Alright, so hopefully there's no problems there with that. Let's move on to some long division. So we'll have 936. Oops, grab the pen. 936, and we will divide that by 4. Okay, and then over this side we might have a slightly more complicated number. We'll have 426 divided by 13. Alright, so let's start with this one over on the left hand side. So we have 936 divided by 4. So what we do is we ask, can the 4 go into the 9 here? Yes, it can. So what we do is we check how many 4s go into 9, and that answer is 2. Okay, so 2 4s go into 9, and 2 times 4 is 8. Alright, so then we take away the 8 from the 9, and we get 1. So 9 minus 8 is 1. Now, does 4 go into 1? No, it doesn't. So what we need to do is drag this 3 down here, and we have 13. Does 4 go into 13? Yep, it does. It goes into 13 3 times. So 4 times 3 is 12, so we write that down here. 13, take away 12, right? So we have 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. But we don't actually need to write the 0 there, so we can get rid of that. Alright, so we're left with 1. Alright, 4 will not go into 1. So what we need to do is bring the 16 down. will 4 go into 16? Yes, it does. It goes in 4 times. It goes in perfectly. 4 times 4 is 16, which means that we have no remainder. So 936 divided by 4 is 234 with no remainder. All right, we come over to this side. Now we've got a 2-digit number here. We've got 13. So will 13 go into 4? No, it won't. But then we move along, we check the next digit. So we add the next digit there, 2. So we asked, does 13 go into 42? It does. So 13, it won't go into 4. All right, so we put a 0 above the 4. Oops, just put a 0 there. But 13 goes into 42, and it goes into 42 3 times. So we put a 3 up there. 13 times 3 ends up being 39. So we're going to take away the 39 from the 42. All right, and this is where our subtraction skills come in handy. So have a look at this. So we can't do 2 minus 9. We can't take away 9 from 2. So what we need to do is take a 1 off the 4. So that becomes 3, and that becomes 12. So now we have 12 minus 9. All right, which is 3. All right, and then we have 3 minus 3, which is 0. So we don't need to actually write the 0 there. All right, now 13 isn't going to go into 3, so we need to bring the 6 down. 13 will go into 36. It will go into 36 twice, so we put a 2 up there. And 13 times 2 is 26. So we take away 26 from 36. 6 minus 6 is 0. So which is 0 there. 3 minus 2 is 1. So we've used up all the digits here. So what we actually get is 32 with a remainder of 10. So we can put a 10 up here as our remainder. Or we can express that as 10 over 13. All right, so we have 426 divided by 13. We end up with 32 with a remainder. And we can put that as 10 over 13. Okay, so that's our long division there. Now that we're pretty good with that, we can move on to some binary division. All right, so let's make a new whiteboard here. All right, so let's start with a simpler one. So we'll do grab a pen. We'll do 1 0 1 1 1 0 divided by. Actually, we might need to make a bit more room there. So we'll do 1 0 1 1 1 0 divided by 1 0. All right, so we're in binary now. So it's not 10, it's 1 0. Okay, so what we need to do is we can look at this first digit here, all right? And we can ask, is 1 greater than or equal to 1 0? No, it's not. So we put a 0 above the 1. Then we can ask, is 1 0 greater than or equal to 1 0? Yes, it is. It's exactly the same as 1 0. They're identical. So we put a 1 above here, and we put 1 0 down here. Take that away. So 0, take away 0 is 0. 1, take away 1 is also 0. Okay? Now, obviously, 0 is not, I just made a smiley face, 0, 0, or 0, is not greater than or equal to 1, 0. So we need to bring down this 1. All right, 1 is not greater than or equal to 1, 0. So we need to bring down this extra 1 here and put a 0 up there. Okay, 1, 1 is greater than 1, 0. So we can put a 1 up here. And then we can take away 1, 0 from that. So 1 minus 0 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. We don't actually need to put a 0 there. We know that's 0, so we can leave that. All right. Then we need to ask, is 1 greater than or equal to 1, 0? It's not, so we need to bring down this one here. All right, 1, 1, yes, that is greater than 1, 0. We've already found that out, so we put a 1 up here, and it's the same as the previous subtraction. So we're taking 1 0 away. So 1 1 minus 1 0. 1 minus 0 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0, but again we don't need to put the 0 there. Alright, 1 is not greater than or equal to 1 0, so we need to bring down this 0 here. 1 0 is equal to 1 0, so we put a 1 above there, and we have no remainder. So 1 0 1 1 1 0 divided by 1 0, well, the answer is 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, all right, let's do slightly more complicated one. All right, so we'll do one with, we'll divide by 3 digits this time. So we'll have 1 1 1 0 1 1 0. Divide that by 1 0 1. All right, now it's just 3 digits this time. So obviously 1 is not going to be greater than or equal to 1 0 1, and obviously 1 1 is not going to be greater than or equal to 1 0 1. So what we need to do is now ask, is 1 1 0 greater than or equal to 1 0 1? It is. 1 1 0 is greater than 1 0 1. All right, it's a bigger number. So 1 0 1 over here, that is equal to 1 2 4. It's equal to 5. Okay, in decimal. And 1 1 0 is equal to 6. Yep, it's equal to 6. Okay, so it's larger than 6 is larger than 5. So 1 1 0 is larger than 1 0 1. So what we do is we write a 0 up above that one and a 0 up above that one, because 1 is not greater than 1 0 1 or equal to it, and 1 1 is not greater than or equal to 1 0 1. However, 1 1 0 is greater than 1 0 1, so we write a 1 up there, and now we need to take away 1 0 1. All right, now, again, this is where our subtraction comes in handy. We can't do 0 minus 1. We can't take away 1 from 0. So what we need to do is borrow, or actually take a 1 from over here. So that becomes 0, and this becomes 1 0. All right, now 1 0 minus 1 is equal to 1. Now how do we know that? Well, 1 in binary, 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. But 1 minus 0 is, 1 minus 1 is also 1, because 1 0, the binary number 1 0 in decimal, is equal to 2, and 1, the binary number 1 in decimal, is equal to 1. So it's basically 2 minus 1, which is 1. All right, so 1 0 minus 1 is 1. Then we come over here and we have 0 minus 0 is 0, and 1 minus 1 is 0. We don't actually have to write those zeros there, so we can just take them away. And now we have 1 over here. So 1 is not greater than or equal to 1 0 1. We need to bring down the 1 here. 1 1 is not greater than or equal to 1 0 1. So we write a 0 up there, bring down the next one. And now we have 1 1 1, which is greater than 1 0 1. So we put a 1 up the top, and we need to take away 1 0 1. All right, so 1 minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Don't need that 0 there. Okay, now 1 0, it's not greater than or equal to 1 0 1. We need to bring down this 0, and we have 100. Sorry, not 100, it's binary. We have 1 0 0. That is not greater than or equal to 1 0 1. It's less than 1 0 1. So that means we put a 0 up here, and we've used up all of these digits, which means that we have a remainder. So the answer is 1 0 1 0 with a remainder of, that doesn't work well, with a remainder of 1 0 0. Um, all right, so that's basically how to do binary division. So thanks for watching, and I hope that has helped you to work out how to divide binary numbers. Thanks for watching.